Hey, good morning. This is Rich Lavens of Eurotherm by Watlow, and today we're going to do a quick tutorial on a couple of really useful blocks within the Eurotherm iTools environment. So, what I've got here is a quick function block diagram for a nanodac. So, I've got a thermocouple connected to a PID loop, connected to a relay, and down here I have another relay connected to an alarm. Off here to the left in these folders at the very top, there is a comment and a monitor block, which are very useful blocks that I don't think a lot of people generally know, maybe if they're even there, let alone what they're used for. So we're going to take a comment block. We're going to left click and drag onto the screen, and we're going to get a message that you can only do this when you're in the configuration mode. So I want to say yes. So notice this little access button up here. When I click yes, the access button goes to a yellow-black background with a black wrench. I'm simulating, so no big deal here, but if you're live with an instrument, it actually disables the output to the instrument as a safety. So just be aware that that's going to happen. So let's put in a note here. So we're going to put in loop number 1, heat zone. We'll put whatever you want there. And we're going to click OK. So it creates this note. I can leave these notes just generically hang out here on the graphical wiring page, or if I hit the little chain link here, left click and release, you can see I can draw a wire. I can highlight any parameter I want to connect that to, or if I click in the gray header, it just generically connects it to that block. So I've just labeled this loop number 1 heat zone. Again, it's just a visual. These never show up on the instrument. It's just notes and comments that reside within iTools. So I can either add another comment block and say, this loop is heat only. Can't spell, but if I could, it would be H-E-A-T. Heat only, and I could put wire numbers down here. Wires, 23 and 24 on terminal block 1A, 1B. And again, don't judge my spelling skills. I can spell quite well, just my typing stinks. So anyway, so again, this comment block works really well. You can put in a whole bunch of notes specific to blocks or just the application in general. And 6 months from now, when someone calls and asks, hey, what were you doing here? This gives you a pretty good record, a reminder of what was going at the time you created these applications. So anyway, very useful for that. The last really good use, I'm going to show you this too. Passwords. So we're going to put all right. So in most Eurotherm instruments, when you do the initial power up, it is going to prompt you for a password. Those passwords are easily forgotten, or maybe someone that created the application left the company and you don't know what password they used. So if you put a password here, and we're going to come up here to this, download wiring to instrument block. It's basically the save or execute. So we're going to click this. So now these are saved. If you're live with the instrument, these notes go into the instrument, but they cannot be seen from the instrument. So they're fairly safe in that if an operator's out there pushing buttons, he's never going to see the note that says password QWERTY number 1. But for a supervisor or engineer that has access to iTools, when he goes out and pulls that file from the instrument or is live with the instrument, he will see that. So it's a good way to kind of like show notes that maybe you don't want everybody to see, but they're still helpful at some point. Anyway, that's the note thing. The other useful block is a monitor blocks. So we're going to drag a monitor block out here, and you'll see there's nothing here. It's just question marks. If we left click and release, we'll have a wire we can connect to. So we can connect it to any block or any parameter we want. So let's hover over that main PV on the thermocouple, and we would get an actual thermocouple reading. Again, I'm simulating, so we're not going to see anything, but that's handy. We'll drag another one out, and we can hook it to my output block. So I'll be able to see the percent output that loop's calling for. Move this over here. We'll grab another one here. Now we can look at the alarm active. So again, we can look at that. Let's drag one more out here. So say I want to know what my alarm threshold is. Well, when I come up here, I see an alarm active, but I don't know where it trips at. Where is it? So let's click on this link again. These little yellow blocks in the corner of the function blocks contain more information. So we're going to click on that little yellow box, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff we could connect to. So in our case, let's go down to alarm threshold. And now I can tell that my threshold is set at 1800 degrees. So we'll connect that. So anyway, those are two very useful blocks. Whether it's an EPC 3000, a NanoDAC, 3500 series, they all have those comment and monitor blocks. So hope you find this helpful, but if there are any questions, drop us an email or give us a call. Thank you so much. Bye.